Hi, Lacey. How you doing? I've got your post up. I've got your sketches, and I was reading through your writing. Okay, so we've got a kiosk, a tablet, and a voice Alexa type application. So great ideas. Yeah, really great ideas. Let's go and jump over your sketches. Now, Lacey, the first thing I want to mention is I think your sketches are actually very underdeveloped. And you know, you think of it like this: is as a designer in the sketch stage, a lot of your own personal sketches are one thing, but when you're asked to submit sketches as a presentation, really think about presentation format and think about how the viewer is going to receive the work. And you guys have heard me say this before, and I say it quite often. I really try to get students to think about this in a presentation, even an informal presentation. Keep this in mind and try to keep this in mind. The viewer, just keep saying to yourself, my viewer, whether it's true or not, just keep saying, my viewer has no idea what I'm about to present, so I have to be as thorough as possible. And that kind of mindset forces you as a designer to present your sketches in a format that really explains and describes everything. And I think if you employ that and you play the part of the viewer and go through your presentation, you'll see that there's a lot of questions that come up. Okay, and I'll go through those, but I really want to reinforce the importance, and not only in this class, in all of your classes, this is mindset that, okay, I want to present my work, but I have to assume that the viewer has no idea what they're about to look at. Therefore, this mindset is going to force me to be as thorough and detailed as possible, and that's what you're after as a designer. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at concept one, VR kiosk. A couple of questions here. Okay, don't forget now, each of these requires the three main features. So we can see this for this week, each student in a group will create three preliminary sketches listing the three key features of those ideas. Okay, so we don't have the three key features on here. I think the three key features here, but we need to also add the three key features of the other ideas other than the kiosk. Okay, concept one, VR kiosk. Okay, how does this work, Lacey? Is it located in the dealership? Okay, is it in a private room in the dealership? Is this an actual model of the car that somebody sits in while they're wearing the VR headset? And once they are, how do they interact with the interface? So in other words, you have this, hi, I'm your Tesla concierge. Is this an actual person, or is this all electronic? How does this work? And these are some of the things that I think the obvious questions that come up by looking at this idea. So again, moving into Sunday's final submission of your sketches, I recommend that you really, really try to get a high level of detail here. So again, for example, the kiosk, where is it located? How does the viewer enter the kiosk? What is the concierge here? How does this work? Is it a model of the car that you sit in while you're wearing the VR headset? How does the user interact with this, and how does the configurator work? Okay, so what is the viewer looking at when they're configuring their car? You see what I'm saying? I think that's a great idea to be able to use this kind of interaction to choose a model, choose the options, and choose a test course for kind of a VR test drive. But it's also important to note that a VR test drive is never going to replace a real test drive. I think any automobile owner or anybody interested in purchasing an automobile is going to be very, very interested in actually driving that automobile. Concept two is it's all you're showing here is just a tablet. So how does it work? Where is it located? Is it online? Do you do this in the privacy of your own home? Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, it doesn't seem to have any innovation here other than it's a macro tablet. So my question is, again, is it located at the dealership? Is it in a private room? How does the potential buyer interact with the macro tablet? And what is the innovation here? What is here that we could call innovative? What are the three main features of this particular approach? And how does the user interact with it? This to me just seems like a configurator that's available through any automobile manufacturer, right? So if you go to Ford, you can get on their website and go to their configurator, and you can get a 360 view of the car. You can change the colors, you can change the wheels, you can change the color of the interior, the size of the wheels, get the corresponding price, etc., etc. So how is this different than that, and how is this uh, representative of the deep dive technique that we're studying? Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, and the third one is this technology already exists, right? Now, I think it's a great idea to have a voice-activated vehicle configurator, right? But Alexa, Alexa, I want to buy a Tesla. You can do that right now. I mean, anybody who has Alexa and a smart TV can say, hey, Alexa, I want to buy a Tesla, and they'll take you to the Westland's website, right? But we've got to figure out a way to make this proprietary so that you have a voice-activated command so that you can maybe, you're at home, you go to the Tesla website, go to their configurator, and have it voice-activated so that you can say, okay, configurator, change the color to royal blue. Okay, configurator, change the wheel size to 20 inch, the rim size to 20 inch. I'd like to change the leather, the color of the leather interior. Show me a 3/4 view. Show me an interior view. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm not sure Alexa wouldn't be able to do that, but voice activation would. So I think this is a great idea. All right, so those are my comments, Lacey. And again, I would recommend that when you submit this for your Sunday final submission, really try to give a nice, detailed presentation of what's happening. I mean, for a great idea. I mean, actually, both of your teammates have already submitted, and then both of theirs are in. Both Letitia and Anna have their presentations that are highly, highly detailed in their description and their main functions and features. So again, I recommend that you go ahead and just let's give a little more detail as to the three main features of each of these interfaces, as well as the primary function. How do they work? Where are they located? And how are they innovative? And how are they representative of the deep dive technique? Okay, all right. Lacey, any questions at all? Please let me know. I'll be glad to. And please understand, you know me, right? By now, I'm not trying to be discouraging at all. I'm just trying to be as thorough as possible. And so, okay, questions, comments, concerns, please let me know, Lacey. All right, thank you very much.